Listen to me. Before we go anywhere in this video, I need you to hear this truth. You're not mad at your life. You're mad at your effort. You're frustrated with the results you don't have because of the work you never did. You're angry at the doors that didn't open. But deep down, you know you never knocked with consistency. You want success, but you want it at a discount. And life don't do discounts. You keep waking up with big dreams, but moving like someone who's scared of fulfilling them. You talk like a lion, but you train like a house cat. You hype yourself up, but your habits don't match your mouth. And every night you feel that guilt, the guilt of knowing you could have pushed harder, stayed longer, focused deeper, but you didn't. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to expose the lie you've been living under. Because the truth is this: you're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because you keep choosing the old you. But today we break that pattern. Today we flip the script. Today we rebuild your identity through real effort, real pressure, and real discipline. Let's get into it. You're mad at your life, but you didn't do the reps. That's the truth you don't want to say out loud. You're frustrated with the results, frustrated with the doors that aren't opening, frustrated with the opportunities that never show up. Yet deep down you didn't outwork anybody to earn them. Stop lying to yourself. You want the perks without the price. You want success on discount. Life don't do discounts. I remember a season where I used to wake up angry at the world, thinking everybody else was lucky, everybody else had connections, everybody else had support. And one morning I looked in the mirror and it hit me. I was jealous of somebody else's grind while I was busy planning mine instead of doing it. I wanted results from reps I never did. That moment hurt, but it woke me up. Sometimes your greatest blessing is the moment you finally get exposed to yourself. Here's the real problem. You hype yourself up, but you don't follow through. You talk about dreams like they owe you something. You tell people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but your routine isn't built to back it up. Your actions are part-time while your expectations are full-time. You keep asking for results you never trained for. That's why you're stuck. You've been living in a fantasy version of your grind. No more fake effort. Let me tell you why this keeps happening. Your brain doesn't believe your goals. It believes your patterns. You've spent so long promising yourself tomorrow. Your mind doesn't take you seriously anymore. You've taught that your words mean nothing. You hype, then you quit. You start, then you disappear. Your brain is not against you. It's just following the script you handed it. So here's the tool, and I want you to do this the moment this video ends. The 30-minute non-negotiable. That's it. Not 3 hours. Not a perfect routine, not the whole life overall you keep fantasizing about. Just 30 minutes of locked in, no distraction, work on Owen goal. 30 minutes where your phone is across the room. 30 minutes where you're not checking messages. 30 minutes where excuses don't get a vote. Do that. One day, just one. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. You wake up and instead of grabbing your phone, you grab your notebook. You set a timer. Third, you say, let's go. If you're building a business, you make calls or build content. If you're getting healthy, you walk or train. If you're studying, you study. Not thinking, not planning, doing. You'll be shocked how much your life changes when you replace intention with execution. And here's the shift. You become dangerous in the best way because now your grind finally matches your mouth. People can't doubt you anymore because your results speak for you. You start trusting yourself. You start respecting yourself. You start becoming someone who finishes things instead of fantasizing about them. Your identity changes the moment your actions change. So here's the challenge. Do your 30 minutes today. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when the stars align. Today, prove to yourself that you're done with the excuses. Prove that you're done with fake effort. Prove that you're living like the person you say you want to become. Start the timer. Do the reps. Your life is waiting on you. You keep telling people you're busy, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. That's the part that hurts. You moved all day, but your life didn't move an inch. You went from task to task, distraction to distraction, excuse to excuse. And at the end of the day, you still can't answer one simple question: what did you finish? Stop lying to yourself. Noise is not progress. I remember a season where I used to brag about how tired I was. Man, I've been grinding all day. But when I looked at my notebook at night, none of my goals had a check mark. I was exhausted from chaos, not from progress. I was running in circles, pretend I was running a race. It hit me one night when my mentor said, "You worked all day, but you didn't build anything." That cut deep. It forced me to look at the difference between being active and being effective. Here's the real issue: you've mastered motion, not mastery. You're scrolling in the name of research. You're organizing instead of executing. You're busy replying, adjusting, reacting, but you're not moving your life forward. You're drowning in activity and starving for results. And you know it. You know you've been hiding behind the word busy because it feels better than saying, "I didn't lock in today." No more fake effort. And here's the psychology behind it. Your brain loves the feeling of doing something because movement feels like progress, even when it's not. Checking your phone, shuffling papers, watching motivational videos without acting, all of that gives your brain a little dopamine hit. It tricks you into thinking you worked when you didn't complete anything. That's why your days feel full, but your results stay empty. So here's the tool, the 3 wins list. Every single morning, I want you to write down the 3 things that, if you finish them, your life moves forward. Not 20 things, not a whole page, not a fantasy schedule. 3 wins. Complete those before you touch distractions, before you scroll, before you wander, before you react to the world. Just 3. Let me paint the picture for you. You wake up, grab your notebook and write it. Make 3 sales calls, create 1 piece of content, go for a 20-minute workout. Now imagine you finish all 3 before noon. Your whole energy shifts. Your momentum shifts. You stop ending days wondering where your time went. You start ending days with proof you're building something. And the crazy part, when you focus on 3, you get more done than you ever did trying to juggle 12. And here's where the identity changes. You become the person people trust with opportunity. Because when something lands in your hands, it comes back finished, not halfway. You become someone who doesn't brag about being busy. You're known for being effective. When people speak your name, they say, "Give it to them." They get things done. That's a whole different level of power. That's a different version of you. So here's the challenge before this day ends. Write your 3 wins for tomorrow. Don't wait. Don't negotiate. 3 tasks, 3 commitments, 3 promises to yourself. Then wake up and finish them before anything else. Start proving you're done with movement and finally ready for results. Your future is waiting on 3 focused wins. You keep running from the very pressure that was designed to make you great. That's the truth you don't want to face. Every time life gets heavy, every time it gets uncomfortable, every time the heat gets turned up, you disappear, you shrink, you retreat, and then you wonder why you're not growing. Listen to Mitch, you can't pray for strength while avoiding the weight. Stop lying to yourself. I remember a moment that changed me. I was in a season where everything felt like it was falling apart. Family issues, money tight, responsibilities stacking up. I told a mentor, "I can't take this, it's too much." And he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "E.T., this is not here to break you. This is here to build the version of you your future requires." I didn't want to hear that. I wanted an escape, not an explanation. But that one sentence made me realize I've been running from the very thing that was supposed to grow me. Pressure wasn't the enemy, it was the gym. Here's the real problem. The moment discomfort shows up, you start negotiating with your weakness. You quit early. You tap out before the breakthrough. You avoid hard conversations. You dodge discipline. You distract yourself with anything that makes you feel safe for 5 minutes. You think avoiding pressure protects you, but all it does is trap you. And some of you have been running for so long you don't even know what real effort feels like anymore. No more fake effort. Let me break down the psychology behind it. Your brain is built to keep you comfortable, not successful. When pressure shows up, your survival system kicks in. It tells you leave, hide, escape. Not because you're weak, but because your brain can't tell the difference between discomfort and danger. So it pushes you away from the very challenge that would transform you. You're not failing because you're incapable. You're failing because your brain thinks pressure means pain. You've got to retrain it. Here's the tool, the 5-minute burn. Whenever you feel that urge to quit, whether you're working, studying, training, cleaning, building, planning, I want you to stay in that moment for 5 more minutes. Not an hour, not the whole task, just 5 minutes of refusing to fold. 5 minutes of proving to your brain, this pressure won't kill me. I can handle this. You build resilience in small doses. Let me show you how it looks in real life. You're at the gym, you're tired, your legs shaking, and everything in you wants to rack the weight. Instead, you whisper to yourself, 5 more minutes, and you keep going. You're working on your business, and your mind starts drifting to your phone, to snacks, to anything that gives you escape. You breathe, reset, and give it 5 more minutes of laser focus. You're in a tough conversation you want to abandon. You sit in it, you stay calm, and you push through 5 more minutes of maturity. That's how you build muscle. That's how you build character. That's how you break generational patterns. And here's where the identity shift happens. You become the person who doesn't fold under pressure. You rise in it. People start looking at you differently. They start saying, if they're still standing, we're good. You become unshakable. You become reliable. You become the one in the room who can be counted on when things get real. You become the version of yourself your family needed, your future needed, and your calling required. So here's the challenge the next time pressure hits, and it will run. Don't escape. Don't fold. Stay. Faith. Breathe. And give it 5 more minutes. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Train your mind to stop retreating and start rising. Pressure's not here to punish you. It's here to prepare you. Give it 5 more minutes and watch who you become. You keep begging for a new life while living with the habits of the old you. That's the truth you don't want to admit. You talk about change like it's going to walk into your room one day and introduce itself. You pray for transformation, but your routines are the exact same ones that kept you stuck last year. Stop lying to yourself. Nothing in your life will change until you do. I remember a time where I kept asking God, why isn't anything shifting for me? Why am I still in the same place? And one morning it hit me. I wanted a new chapter, but I was still reading the same page. I was showing up with the same excuses, the same patterns, the same comfort, the same fear. I wanted a breakthrough without breaking any habits. That realization broke me, but it also freed me because I finally understood that change isn't something you wait for. Change is something you create. Here's the real problem. You're living like an old version of yourself, one you said you were done with. You wake up saying you want better, but you start your day exactly like yesterday. You want confidence, but cling to insecurity. You want discipline, but keep choosing convenience. You want success, but stay married to the same behaviors that drained you before. You're trying to upgrade your life without upgrading your lifestyle. No more fake effort. Let me break the psychology down. Your brain is wired to repeat what's familiar, not what's better. That's why you keep going back to old habits. They feel safe. Even when they're destroying you, they feel normal. Every time you choose the old routine, your brain strengthens that identity. And every time you skip a new habit, your brain says, see, this isn't who we are. Your life isn't stuck because you lack desire. It's stuck because your decisions keep voting for the old you. So here's the tool, the midnight promise. Before you sleep tonight, choose own an habit you're going to upgrade tomorrow. Just one. Then set a visible reminder, a sticky note on the bathroom mirror, an alarm on your phone, something you can't ignore. Not 50 habits, not your whole life. One promise for one day. Simple, immediate, non-negotiable. Let me show you exactly how this looks. You're brushing your teeth tonight. You look in the mirror and you say, tomorrow, I'm not hitting snooze. You write it down. You put it by your bed. And one morning when that alarm rings, you don't negotiate. You don't bargain with your weakness. You don't wait for motivation. You get up. That's your midnight promise coming to life. Or maybe your promise is no junk food tomorrow, or 1 hour of studying, or 10 minutes of reading. Whatever it is, you follow through because you told yourself you would. And here's where the identity shift happens. You become unrecognizable in the best possible way. Not because your language changes, not because your clothes change, not because you post motivational quotes, but because your habits no longer match the person you used to be. People start noticing. You walk different, you talk different. You hold yourself to a higher standard. You become someone who doesn't break promises to yourself. Someone dependable, someone powerful, someone real. So here's the challenge. Make your midnight promise today. Don't wait for a new week, a new year mood. Tonight, set one habit you will upgrade tomorrow. then wake up and keep your word. Change your decisions and your life will follow. It's time to stop living like the old you. It's time to become the person your future is waiting on.